Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Biki here with the Untitled Game Show, back once again with another video on my second channel right here. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be answering a question from Gaza Baza Gaming. He asked me on Twitter, at Untitled Life, what editing software would you recommend for gaming? Absolutely awesome question. Now, there's a lot of great editing software out there for gamers, and the question is too much for me just to answer in one tweet. So for you guys at Baza Gaming, I'm gonna give you a big shout out here on Twitter, and I'm gonna give you a big shout out here on YouTube, and I'm gonna actually link to your channel in the description, as I know you're starting out your YouTube channel, and I love helping out the community like you and anybody who are a fan of my channel as much as I possibly can whenever you have something cool to say. So let's jump right into it, all right? So Gaza Baza Gaming YouTube channel is right here. He's currently making FIFA videos using the PlayStation 4 share button. And that's a great way to do it. Use share button and share factory to edit your videos and share them on YouTube, Twitter, and any other place you want to actually share your content to. The thing is, when you want to upgrade from using the share factory on the PlayStation 4 to using a desktop recorder, as he's asked me in the question, there's a lot of variables to think about. Pricing, do you want it free? Do you want it expensive if it is the pricing? What features do you want? What formats does the video editing software support? All that comes into factor. Do I want external hardware when I want to record my content? Like, do you want to buy a capture card that can record a little better than the PlayStation 4 share button, which only does 720p currently, and the Xbox Live one only does 720p at the moment as well? Do you want to go up to 1080p? And I'm going to try to answer those questions for you guys today by showing you guys some products that I've used in the past and try to give you my overview on which one was the best for me and the which ones I still actually use today. So I'm going to start it off with the one I think is the most cost effective before getting to something that's more expensive than going completely free. All right, guys? So for my personal experience, guys, we're going to start off with Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. These are absolutely great little capture cards. I have both. The first one I gave away in a giveaway. I still have this one. I don't use it. And if you guys want me to, I actually could give this away on my channel. So let me know, guys, if you guys are interested in me actually give this away. I don't need this capture card anymore. I gave this one already away. I just use the software now. Now, the reason I'm giving this away is because I've actually upgraded my video capture device a few times already, so I don't need this one, and I have another reason to get this one at the moment. But I am using this right here. Let's show it. Bam! The program that comes with it, Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. The Game Capture program is absolutely excellent. If you're going to actually have the video capture card hooked up, it has a fairly good amount of options, guys. You could either live stream, you can either start capturing directly, it gives you the time. It records in two formats, M2TS, or you could do MP4. M2TS is actually quite bigger file, so I would recommend you recording in MP4. You could choose which hard drive you want to save it on. As you guys see, the hard drive I did have it set up to, my D drive, was at 95 gigabytes left, and all that stuff is there. So I don't have it hooked up right now, so I can't really show you too much from there. The edit and share functionality is what's really important here, guys. The software that comes with this program to actually edit your gameplay is such well done for gamers. It's actually marketed and directed towards gamers, so it knows that you want to add narration. It knows that you want to add transitions very quickly. It knows everything you want to do in the software as quick as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up a new production and then just show you guys really quickly what it actually looks like before we move on. As always, guys, the videos on my second channel are going to be quite long, so please stick with me. I will try to go through as much as I possibly can, but I will not rush it because this is a more relaxed format. So here we go, guys. You can add videos. It gives you a little bar right here. So I think I have like a picture of Destiny right here, something like this right here. And I can add all this stuff right into this timeline right here. Let's just pretend this was actually a video. Add it to the timeline, add music, add effects, add overlay, add everything you need right there, and add text, add credits, intros, everything you need. And the best thing I think about this program, for the $100 you pay for the software and you pay for the hardware, you get a lot of export options. All right, guys, a lot of export options. A lot of these free programs, when it comes to video editing software, do not actually give you a lot of export options. And this really does matter when it comes to size. If you want Windows Movie Maker, if you want an iPad, if you want Blu-ray, you want AVC HD, which is basically MP4. Any of these guys, these are a lot of good options to start off with. Obviously, more expensive programs like Premiere, which I'll talk about later, is going to have way more options than this, guys, and so will Sony Vegas, which Sony Vegas could go all the way up to 4K. All right, guys, so that's that. Video Wave, great starting off program. Narrations right here, guys, could add narration with whether a mic you have currently. As you guys see, my mic level is being moved. You can actually save it as its own text file and add it in later. This is a great starting out suite for gamers, right, guys? There are some issues with the software. You're not going to be able to put like a whole video on top of video, picture in picture. There's not like a good option for stuff like that. So that's the only reason what's wrong with this program. It's a good starting out program, and I would have said it would even be worth the price just for the program by itself. But if it had a few more options on exporting, even the good ones it have right now, a few more options would be nice. And if you were able to add other video timelines, like if I was actually add like 3 more video timelines, that would have made this absolutely excellent. But I've used this for years, and I still use it right now whenever I want to do a quick little video that I do want to do some editing in, but I don't want it to be too complex. Alright, next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something a little more complex. Bam! Sony Vegas. Now we're going to talk about the pricing on these two software and Adobe Premiere CC. So these two programs are basically your most advanced and your most expensive options when you come into basically making videos for YouTube. Starting out, at least, you're not going to probably go into the $1,000 range, which there are softwares that go that expensive, but you're probably going to pick one of these if you just want to eventually do a little professional in the long run. So I'm not saying I'm a professional YouTuber or anything like that, but at least I try to do the best I can with my normal channel. This channel right here, I'm just going off the top of my head very much, so we'll just speak, flow, and go. So here we go, $19.99 a month. So this is quite expensive for a year. You can't seem to buy it straight out anymore, but this has everything you need. I'm not even going to bring it up. If you've seen Adobe Premiere before, it has the ability to make movies. This is a movie maker right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the top of the line software you possibly could have for making YouTube videos, movies, if you want to end up getting a GoPro to make additional live action stuff, this is a great little software to have right here. Same thing with Sony Vegas. I can't recommend either one of these are great. I mean, one is more expensive than the other, but I really do recommend either one of them. They're both actually excellent software. Whichever one you decide you like the most, it depends on the trial. That's the thing I'm really here to say, guys, is a trial of both of these programs, and both of them are really worth using. Currently, guys, I use Premiere more than I use Sony Vegas, and it's just the way I have been for a while. Only time I use Sony Vegas is if I'm doing a 4K. If I record a gameplay on the PC and if it's in 4K, that program can edit 4K very well. The version of Premiere I have currently, which is an older version, I did not upgrade to the newest version yet, does not support 4K very well. It doesn't support it at all. Sony Vegas, I have it because it does the 4K video, and that's what you might want to keep in mind if you're planning on saving 4K video from either a camera or from a gameplay on the PC. Let's say if you put Evolve for a game in 4K, I've done a video of 4K Evolve before. If you do that in 4K, you might want to edit those videos as well, and that's why you want Sony Vegas, because Sony has put the effort in with the newest suite to actually do 4K very well. Now, this may not matter to most gamers that are playing console game, but I just feel like I should throw this out there anyways, because, Gaza, you asked me the question, and I'm going to answer the question as much as I possibly can. Now, on the cheaper side of things, once again, the software I've used before is the Dazzle as a hardware. Man, I used to use the Dazzle, man. One of my first capture cards ever. Let's talk about SD quality. But the Dazzle has, well, a very good companion software. Pinnacle Studio 18. I remember using Pinnacle before it even got to 10. And Pinnacle has been a good studio software for the beginners, and I really do recommend trying this one out. Once again, this is another one that's going to cost you some money, but it's not too expensive that you can't actually buy it and use it. I mean, the standard price for Pinnacle Studios is $59.99, $59.95. I mean, when I was comparing this to Roxio, at least you could buy the Pinnacle without buying the hardware. Unfortunately, Video Wave, from my understanding, is not sold from Roxio by itself. I wish it was. If Video Wave was sold by itself, I would tell you guys to buy a Video Wave. I really would tell you guys to do it, because the software for editing is well enough that it's good to sell on its own, but Roxio, from my understanding, does not sell the software by itself, and that is really too bad. That really is, guys. So my very beginning one would be Pinnacle, but Pinnacle is just a little under what Sony Vegas and Adobe Premiere could do, and it has its issues with formats, so that's the really problem here. It's not going to support all formats, especially the higher frame rate stuff. 4K, it's not going to really do that well with the $59 one, so you might want to pass on this if you're planning, because you're going to probably buy this and have to upgrade later. So that's something that happened to me. I had Pinnacle and I had to upgrade later, where compared to Video Wave for Roxio, I still have it and I'm still using it even now. So Pinnacle, I don't even have it installed anymore, but I still want to throw it out there because it was a software I used. Now we're going to go into the free side of things, and this is where it kind of gets interesting here, guys. This is something that most people don't remember about. It's Movie Maker. Yes, Windows Movie Maker still works for Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vista, and Windows XP. The first video software I remember editing with was Windows Movie Maker. I mean, I don't even remember what version window that was, but Windows Movie Maker got me started in everything with video making, and it worked pretty well at the time for making simple videos. You're not going to be doing anything too complex with Movie Maker, obviously, and you're going to have your files in the right video format, which is going to be the Windows file, you know, WMA, I think is specifically what those file format is. And it's gonna not all work very well, but if you just want some software on your computer that could put together some clips, and it's free and it's from Microsoft officially, Movie Maker might be the thing just to try out. I mean, if you just want to try something, and it never hurts to have a video editing software installed on your computer, and why not get the one that, if you have a Windows platform, can be easily added to your Windows machine? Because like I said, you could even get it for Windows 8.1, Windows RT 8.1, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP. Alright guys, I'll have linked to every single thing I'm talking about here in the description. And for a more powerful and free and premium video editor, we go to Lightworks. Lightworks is a program I actually installed last year in 2014 for the first time. I tried to use it for a while. The problem with it is the free version with SD content is basically what you're mostly going to be doing. You're not going to be able to do mostly higher stuff like 1080p and above that and the frame rate. It's a good free software that works on Linux, Apple, and Windows. So if you're on the Mac side, just want some editing software and you don't want to use the stuff that comes with the Mac, this might work for you just fine. I definitely do recommend trying this stuff out. Like I said, they're absolutely free. Every single program I talked about, except for the Roxio Video Wave, does have a trial. Like I said, Vegas has a trial, Premiere has a trial, Pinnacle has a trial, and Movie Maker is free, and Lightworks is free. Now, how am I making this video right now, guys? What software am I using? The software is, well, it's a live streaming software. It is XSplit. Now, XSplit is not a video editing software, but whether you guys know it or not, I know some of my subscribers do, about starting in 2014, about, I would say 60 to 70% of my videos were made with XSplit, without me needing to technically edit anything. Now, before I go into what XSplit can do, because I know some people are going to call me out, why are you using XSplit when there's a free version of XSplit? There is a free version of XSplit that has all the premium and all the personal features, but it's completely free. It's called OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. Completely free, does about every single thing that XSplit does. My friend Jem does it on his YouTube channel when making Pokemon videos, live streaming, everything. It's a great software. If you want to go completely free, use it. There's a few features that I personally like and use with XSplit, like dual streaming. What I mean by dual streaming, I'm able to stream not only to YouTube but at Twitch at the same time. So I can stream in 1080p to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, as long as my internet speed is fast enough. Little features like that, the plugins they have with this program, like playlists, they have a bunch of little plugins, and those plugins and the way I could save my overlays for this program is why I use it so much, and that's why I kind of don't need to edit much while using XSplit. So let's bring up XSplit on the screen so you guys can see what it does, and I'll actually talk about the pricing of it right now. So this is going to kind of look weird, guys. I'll try to do it the best I possibly can. Just give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to try to bring up XSplit on top of XSplit. So it's going to be a very weird looking thing. But I will... Hold on, sorry guys. I just caught the corner. So obviously XSplit, you can record your screen. So there's nothing... So that's not really a big deal right there. See, look. It's video and video and video. Alright, so let's take off this. Alright, just give me a second, guys. Give me a second. It's going to look very weird, and I do apologize. Alright, it looks too weird, guys. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. If I had, let's see if I can find something with XSplit industry. Let's just Google XSplit. I didn't set it up to actually be able to capture XSplit without giving me problems. So let's look up a picture of XSplit. Okay. This actually does what I wanted to show. Very good. So here we go, guys. This is XSplit right here, guys. You see these things called scenes? Scene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. That's how I edit my videos like, I'm about to do a transition right now to my outro real quick, all right? So I just stopped the outro, just rewind the outro. I could go forward into the outro. I could bring up another video. I could bring up another clip. I could bring up a picture of me. I could bring up, let's bring up some stuff. I could capture the screen. So I could capture the screen in the screen. So I'm capturing the screen right now. And I could capture the screen in the screen and capture the screen in the screen again. I could capture a gameplay. I add my 3DS. I could add my video capture card, which is the AverMedia Live Gamer HD right now. This is the one I have installed on the computer that I'm using in just a second. I can add basically any video source I want. I can add my webcam. I can add a sound from a microphone, from a webcam. Whatever I need, I can add it to XSplit instantly, and that's what I like with XSplit. Right here, there's a little add button, remove button, settings button, announcement, broadcast. This has everything. If you're good enough of making overlays, outros, anything what it might be, you could have scrolling text. You could have everything already pre-made. So every time you make a video, if you do all your videos in the same format, you could quickly and easily repeat the same process live and make it look the exact same way without having to edit the video every single time. Like my spinning logo you guys see in the corner of the screen right now, this is not something I go in and edit. I never edit the spinning logo in, guys. I'm moving it around right now. I can make it big, you can make it small on the fly. You guys can see what it really looks like. If you're wondering how I made that in After Effects, the spin it logo. I know it turns dark when you go to the back. That's not something that I did on mistake. I did that on purpose because I wanted to not always be right there and obvious. I wanted to actually kind of disappear for a while. All the stuff I'm doing at this very moment is because of XSplit, Open Broadcaster, OBS, like I said, could do the same exact thing. And it's a nice little setup. If I wanted to, let's say I could add in this right here. Let's find it right now. So I'm opening up my files and folders, and I'm going to show you something that even you guys will probably find a little useful if you're trying to do anything similar to this. This will be a little overlay. So if you guys are wondering how I ever do my 3DS overlays, my Pokemon overlays, let me try to bring one up to you guys right now so you guys can see. So like when I do overlays for games, like I bring up a picture, then it's like a 3DS one right there. So that's like an overlay right there. It's already set up the way I want it to. If I don't want it that way, I could bring it up this way. If I wanted to add a webcam into it, like let's say, you know guys, when I have my little webcam in the video, I just already have this set up in XSplit, make the little box, shrink it down to the right size, add my webcam into it, put my webcam in that little box in the top hand corner screen right now, and once it's in there, then it's all done. And that's just like was the type of stuff that I like with XSplit. Like if I wanted to do my webcam, my webcam would be right up here in this little corner in that box right there. Underneath it would say Biki. I could change the color of the little tile from yellow to another color. And that's what I use XSplit for, guys, to be able to do things consistently in the same exact way every single time and still have it look quite nice. Other stuff I could do with XSplit that live that I would have to do normally in recording or editing. Many of you guys have seen my news videos. If you ever wondered how I did those new videos, here's a template for my news videos. I made this in Photoshop, imported it into XSplit. Then the text what I have written on this is always actually imported after in XSplit. So let's just say write some text and just show you guys exactly what I mean. And we're just gonna make a scroll. I can pick the font. I know it's extremely freaking fast, but this is just quick just to show you guys my point. Reduce the scroll. And reason, like I said, reason I like XSplit is because the scrolling could be insanely fast. There's a little slider bar, slow it down, make it go in reverse. All these little things are just little tiny aspect that's needed in the paid version. Some of these stuff not in the paid version that I like, on the scroll. Just little things. You understand, when you've used a program for the last few years, even if you have to pay the price for the program, because as you guys see, there is a free version, but the free version is HD with a watermark, but if you don't want the watermark, you're gonna have to pay at least a $459.95 a month. And you know, if you're trying to do something and you want it to look a little nice, you might have to put some money into it. And I mean, I'm not making bank off of YouTube, but I'm willing to put some money into it because I enjoy this hobby, and video editing and video making, even with my speech impediment, which you guys have been hearing all the time, is a fun thing for me to do. And if anybody's ever wondered why do I make these videos, even with how bad I speak, is because that helps. Actually making videos and talking a lot actually helps when I go out and speak with friends and speak in public, because that's what I kind of do it. So if you, this is another little small tips. If you think you have a problem talking to people or the way you speak, actually just talking and making a video makes it a little better. It's like kind of when you like in Sims, you talk to the mirror to get your speech and charisma skills better. Nobody really wants to talk to himself in real life, but talking to you and answering your question right here, Gaza, helps me in the way of actually speaking. Even when I'm messing up right now, when I actually go to talk to my friends and go to talk to people at work, I speak 1,000 times better. Especially for somebody who didn't born in the United States, who came here and is still trying to fully grasp the language in his own way. Alright guys, that's enough about me personally though, but that's what my second channel is all about, and I love answering you guys' questions. As always guys, if you have questions for me, whether it's about video editing, whether it's about basically gaming, whatever it might be, well, just send them my way on PSN, Xbox Live. If my Xbox didn't break, I need to get Xbox One some point. Um, my YouTube comments, my YouTube message, either on my main channel, which is the Untitled Game Show, if you guys don't know it, or right here on the second channel, which is Biki Plays. Hope you guys enjoyed this extremely long video, but here it is again, guys. Biki keeping it real, accent. Give me a second, guys. Somebody just ring my bell. See, this is what happens on my second channel. Just never know. All right, back anyways. Okay, Biki here, ladies and gentlemen, answering your questions. Well, let's see who else got more. Oh, one more thing too, guys. If you guys actually want me to go in detail on like when I edit stuff, like how to do certain programs, I could do that too. Like I could show you certain things in After Effects if you guys want me, like, because I didn't bring up After Effects, but After Effects is not really a video editing program. What my timeline is looks like for Adobe Premiere. Like, you know how you guys see PewDiePie puts out videos of what he does with his timeline for certain things. Like, you guys know some of my more complex videos, like the stuff like my Grand Theft Auto videos, the montages, stuff like that. Those stuff take a lot of work. This, me talking, it's me talking to you guys because I love you guys. Peace out, guys.